All right. Good evening, everyone, and good morning for those of you who are in Asia. Thank you for joining us. What we wanted to do was give you a sense of the entire process, the residency process, from where to register, what to do between now and the match day. Before we get started, here is our contact information for those of you who want it. We have several videos on YouTube, so follow these videos, some good information. We do have a WhatsApp group that we run as well, although it's full, but if you want to join us, send WhatsApp at this number. So very quickly, for those of you who do not know us, this is our panel, our team members. So other than Catherine, as you can see, we have an extensive panel. We do help IMGs in their interview prep, in personal statement, ERAS, CV, application process, and all our panel members are IMGs, so we have a very intricate knowledge of the U.S. medical system. We understand the challenges that the IMGs face and then how to navigate those in this residency process. We do not help in step 1 or CK preparation. We are mostly focused on PSCV and interview prep. Just a very quick overview of where our students have matched in the past few years. So you can see university programs, community hospitals, mix of internal medicine, pediatrics, OBGYN, anesthesia. So pretty much all the IMG specialties. But, this session here is for you and for Zen to explain everything. So let me give it to you, Zen, and we'll get rolling. So I think I gave you the access. You should be able to navigate the PowerPoint.
Okay, yes. So here, everybody, I think everybody are aware of that. The ERAS token were available 5 days ago in June 20th. So now everybody must have purchased their ERAS token. If you haven't, don't freak out. That's okay. So you have like the whole season till all the way up to February to purchase that. Anytime you decide to apply, then that's when you purchase, so don't freak out. So first of all, we have several organizations and names that we need to familiarize ourselves with to participate in match. First is the ECFMG, everybody knows that. So for American medical students, their medical school is their dean office. For us, international medical graduates, ECFMG is our dean office. And this also distributes the ERAS token. And then ERAS is called Electronic Residency Application. So it's nothing but a system for you to be able to apply to the programs and to organize applicants and programs together. And it's a platform of communication for you. It is run by the AAMC, okay? ERAS is where you log in, and this is how the system is named. And AAMC is the email where you get, if you get interview invites, if you get rejection email, that will come from aamc.org email. Then you participated in ERAS to apply to the program. After application, ERAS remains as your part of communication between you and the program. And then you do interviews, and after all the interviews are done, then you register yourself for the NRMP, or as known as the match. So there are a couple of pre-match programs, like the program that I myself am in, that they participate in ERAS. So it means that you can apply to ERAS, you can apply to those pre-match programs from ERAS, but at the end of the season, they do not participate in that. Instead, they give job offers separately. Okay, so either if you get those pre-match offers, then you don't need to participate in NRMP. If you don't get any, then you need to go into the NRMP, and then they will have an algorithm that matches the nationwide residency programs with the international medical graduates and American medical graduates, everybody together alike. The algorithm will match according to your rank. So programs will rank you, and you will rank the programs, and it will go, the algorithm will run it to place you with your top rank. So the match, we will explain it later on when we are down the line. So now let's focus on our ERAS application and how to search the program. So first of all, the goal, ECFMG, you need ECFMG certification to apply. I mean, you don't really need it to apply. The ECFMG certification kind of serves as their proof that you meet American standards and you are as good as an American graduate to be able to perform the duties and responsibility of the residency. So as an American graduate, you don't need the ECFMG certification, but as an international graduate, without the ECFMG certification, you are like virtually invisible to the program. That being said, you need to graduate and from medical school, and you need to finish step 1, CK and CS to get ECFMG certification. So if you have all 3 of the exams, or if you have not graduated yet, then we suggest to apply first and then update the program when you get the ECFMG certification. So now we get the token, and then we start researching the program. And then along the way, you get the ECFMG certificate, and then you prepare your application and apply. Then apply. So the application period is from September 6 to September 15. This is a big window where you can click submit the application to the program, but the programs will only be able to assess your application at September 15. So which means is that the person who applied at September 6 and the person who applied at September 15 has no difference. This is, has no difference in that the program will be able to assess the same 2 applications on September 15, all the same. So you can either apply at the 6th, or you can apply either at the 14th or 15th, doesn't really matter. So this is like the new thing that we come up with because like in previous years, they used to say that, oh, you can only apply September 15th. So thousands and thousands of applicants apply at the same time on September 15th night, and the whole ER system crashes down. And nobody were able to move forward. Everybody got stuck there for hours and hours. This has been the drama for years and years. That's why they opened the window to make it from September 6th to September 15th. But do keep in mind that after you click the submission, you cannot change anymore. Like the LOR that you submitted cannot be changed. The personal statement that you submitted cannot be changed. And then the CV definitely it cannot be changed anymore. And you can apply to more programs, but the program that you have already applied, you will not get the money back if you decided that you don't want to apply anymore. And you can withdraw, but you will not get the money back. So like, decide carefully and make sure everything is correct and in order before you click the submit button. That was very important. And I think you can still change the personal statement, but the first personal statement was already into the program, so it might confuse the programs a little bit. It's better not to do it, but if you want to, you can still do it. But the CV cannot be updated anymore. And the permanent address cannot be updated anymore, but the email can be updated, the phone number can be updated, and I think the temporary address can be updated, but permanent address cannot be updated.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. So make sure everything is correct and in right order and everything is complete before you submit. And it doesn't make a difference whether you apply at the September 6th or whether you apply at September 15th. But of course, at September 15th night, everybody's going to be applying and there might be traffic. So keep that in mind. So with that said, then in NRMP registration start at September 15th, and then there will be a deadline in there will be a deadline in somewhere in February. So my suggestion is wait till like December to get the NRMP registration, because somewhere in the middle you might get a pre-match offer and you might take it, and then that NRMP money will be kind of wasted. So the suggested timeline is that right now, from now to September, you should be doing your exams, the USBs, and you do your homework as research in the programs. And then you start writing personal statement, you start writing the CV, and then you should work on your ECFMG certification. So don't think that just finishing the exams and graduating from medical school automatically qualifies you for ECFMG certificate, because it's not. You still have a form called Form 345 that ECFMG sends to your medical school to verify your credentials. So if that form is not completed, then ECFMG certification will be delayed. So make sure that you have your credential verified, that Form 345 has been properly addressed, signed by your medical school, and sent back around this time, so that when you finish your last exam, your ECFMG certification can come within 2 weeks. From the result of your last exam, ECFMG says that they will issue the certificate within 2 weeks. So it means that the longest time is 2 weeks, but the earliest time could be a day, 2 days, or could be 3-4 days. There are people who get it in 2 days. There are people who get it in 7 days to 10 days. So don't count that you will get it immediately. It doesn't happen like that. So that is like 2 weeks window as well. So application, like I said, you can start applying from September 6th to September 15th, but make sure that everything is complete before you apply. And then October, November to all the way to February, that's going to be your interview season. And the NRME registration deadline is in November. And then for step 3, that has been like a big question, like shall I do it, shall I not do it? Okay, taken a step 3, it's always a plus. Unless you fail it, it doesn't harm you. You should take it whether you are a visa holder, or you should take it whether you're a green card or you don't need visa, because it gives you an extra edge in the application. Scores, in terms of scores, above 210, above 220 is decent and good. You don't need to get a 250, even though getting 250 is extremely impressive. So with that, you do not want to rush to take step 3. You should take it only when you're sure that you can get above 210, because then this step 3 score is going, because very, very low score like 196, 197 might actually harm you. And then people who should take step 3 especially is people who are like old graduate, like more than 5 years, and also people who are aiming for the H1 visa, and people who are people who have like low scores, and then they need like something to compensate for their bad scores. Then that certainly is your another card that you can play to improve your profile. And also, one more people is that people who did not match last year, then they will ask you what you have been doing the whole year since you did not match, and you should be able to say at least that I took step 3 now. This is the fastest and the most powerful thing that you could do in a year. You study for 2-3 months, you take step 3, that is good, and at least you can say that this year I have step 3, I have improved. So you apply match, you didn't match last year, you apply match this year, and then you still don't have step 3, then program director will be wondering what have you been doing for the whole year. So I'll be thinking that if I'm program director, so like that's kind of important. And if you do not get any pre-match offer, then you have to rank your programs, and then the deadline is February 21, and then like March 12, you'll find out if you match or no. So it just tells you a yes or no answer. It does not tell you where you match or which specialty you match, nothing. It will just say, congratulations, you have matched, or no, you did not match. And then in March 16, then that's when you officially find out which specialty you match and which program you match. This is where you know where you are going to be. So this is the official link that you can, so this is the official link that you can go and see the official timeline and then it will look like this. I took some screenshot to show you this, so this is exactly the link that I show you. So June, blah, 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 and then here are the links that you can click on to check, and this is like extremely good, and this is like the most official timeline and dates that you can get on internet. So instead of asking your peer, asking your senior, asking us, asking who and what, please go to this link and look. So this is like the most official information, and here are the here, as you can see, is the My Iraq website, and then the videos, and then a lot of other helpful links that go there. So here are the timeline that as I said, and then here is the timeline, and then later on I want to tell you about the fees. So everybody is going to be so everybody is going to be wondering, how much is this match going to cost? How much should I save? How much should I tell my parents to be expecting to spend? So this is the link. Wait. So this is the link that you can see. You can click on to know the fee. So this is the official link. So here it's going to look like this. Okay. So actually the 10 programs, it costs $99, and from the 11th program to 20th program, it costs $13 each, and then from 20th to 30th, $17 each, and 31st to more is $26 each. So here are the example for you to calculate, to see. They calculated this for you to see. So they are giving you examples of 23 programs, 31 programs, because this is how much the American graduates are applying, but we will be applying hundreds and hundreds of programs, so make sure you calculate your math very carefully. And remember, as they said, refund policy, they do not refund for anything at all. They do not refund for anything. So for rejection anything, you do not get refund, so choose carefully. And now, I want to teach you how to search for the programs to, now that we have Iraq token in our hands, so we are very anxious and enthusiastic about digging into the programs, emailing them. So let's look over the available resources that are available to us. So from My Iraq AMC, this is where you buy your Iraq token, and then you go into the website called My Iraq, and then you add your, and then you add your Iraq token number into that website to activate your AMC account. After that, you will be able to see places for uploading CV, PS, and etc. I will not show here. And then here, this link. If you click on this, it will show you the participating programs in the U.S. So this is the most complete and the most updated list of the programs that is available for you to apply this year. And this list will keep updating every day as more new programs open. So remember to check on it like every month, and make sure you check on it again like just before you apply to make sure that you do not miss any new programs. And then there's this Frida where everybody is making an account doing this, and then there's program website, and then this is something, some small website that I get to know after during my interview season, Doximity. So this Doximity, you can also create a free account, and then this website gives you information about the program from the residents and medical student perspective. But this information is a little bit outdated, like 2 or 3 years old, but still it can, so you will not find any new programs that are 2 or 3 years old in here, but the programs that have been here for 20 years or 30 years, their information don't really change, and their trend don't really change. So what stays in the Doximity, even though the data is 3 years old, it will still hold true for most programs. So I use this to, I use this to have some insight about the program because like the case, the fellowship availability, the work environment, et cetera, so Dr. Mitty could be very helpful. And this IMG Prep and Master Resident, these are paid services that have no relationship with USMLE faculty for commercial purposes. But I have used IMG Prep and I like it, and I know some friends who purchased Master Resident and it was good as well. But better than these two is the list that applicants can bind together to work. So what I suggest is if you can bring up like 10 people, 20 people to make a list together, then some of you will be buying IMG Prep and some of you will be buying Master Residence, and then you can use the information for both databases to incorporate into the list. And you will have all the information, and you will have a master list, and everybody can be can get benefit from it. So before I take questions, I want to show you those links and the websites that I just showed because I could be saying here like a million times and you will not know anything. So I want to show you how to set the program from my computer. So
you can. Okay, good.
Okay. So share. Okay. I hope everybody is was able to see what I am looking here. Okay.
Yes, we can see.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to start from Google because this that's where everybody is going to be starting. Okay, so let's type Frida, and then this is going to be the link. Okay, so you go into the residency and fellowships, and then they will have the database. So learn more, and then you will be able to join. Wait a second. Let's make your own account. If you haven't, please make it tonight. Then you sign in here, okay? And then you will see search for residency and fellowship. Now here, this is your golden page that you will be looking at for the coming 3 months, okay? So here is the program code. Don't worry about it. You will not know. I will not know. Nobody can memorize anything. So don't worry about it. First, you pick the specialty. Let's pick for the internal medicine since I am good at internal medicine. And location, you can say state or region. Before we click location, I want to give you like keywords like J1, H1. For me, I don't care about green card thingy. So I need only the visa program, so I'm going to search only the visa program. So you search. It kind of takes a while to load. And here, as you can see, there are 344 programs that give visa, okay? So you can apply to all of them. So let's click on a random program like University of Alabama. Here, is everybody looking?
Yes.
So here, you can see the program director. Here's the phone number. Here's the email. You can email class, but please do not call the program director, okay? And I don't want you caught in an awkward moment with the program director be like, my AMC ID is this and that. I want you to review the application, etc. Okay? You can email the program director, but do not call them. It's kind of awkward. If you want to call, please call the program coordinator here. This phone number, and then this is the program coordinator email. Okay, so here, this link will take you to the website of that program, but do not click it yet because this is not all. Here, please look carefully. Here's the print view button, and this is what you want to click. And this is going to give you the whole information. Okay, so here's the ID and et cetera, and then here's the web link as well. And here they will tell you how many positions are there. So if the PGY1 position and PGY2 positions are different, then know that these extra positions are preliminary or transitional years. Okay? And here is the university-based. This is what decides between community program and university program. It could be a university based is a university program. University affiliated community program is an affiliated program, and a community based is a community program. Okay, and these are the NRMP codes for your to rank. So once they have this code, then it means that they participate in match. Okay? And this is the minimum scores that they required. And this is the average score for the residents. And then you don't need to care about this. And then this will tell you that J1, H1, or F1. Okay, and this is the IMG percentage. As you can see, only 4.3% of IMGs are there. The remaining 45 is the US MDs, and I wouldn't be applying to this program if I were you. Personal opinion varies, but I usually don't apply to the program that has IMG less than 20%, but that's really personalized. Some people like to apply to every program. Some people like to apply to above 50% of IMG. So it's really up to you. So these are really helpful, like if they have off-campus electives, or if they have like extra programs, or if they have research rotations, and if they have some benefits, etc., etc. You wouldn't be caring about them now, but you will be caring about them when you rank, because like you'll see when you go for the interviews. And if they have primary or etc., 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 and then ideas and stuff that you can look, and usually they don't give you salary. And then the Medicare, and then here is the address. I doubt that you will be actually going personally to the program, but it helps to know, like if it is in the middle of nowhere, if it is in a city or something like that. All right? So this is where and then you can print this page, but I suggest don't bother, because you will not be able to print 344 programs. So you can just check it anytime from your computer. Okay? So this is the FRIDA, what you will be doing, and AAMC I will not show because it will expose my AAMC ID. What is the other thing that I want to show? Wait. So the next thing that I want you to show is the program website. Okay, so the program website, you can go from the FRIDA, just like, so if you want to go to a specific program, then you can just choose the specialty like I'm doing now. And then you just type on the keyword like Alabama. Since we were looking at University of Alabama, let's go back there and go for the program website. Okay, so if we click on the program website, so this is their program website. I mean, there's this welcome, whatever. You wouldn't be reading that for all the 400 programs, so don't worry about it. So what we want to know is our program, and then like sometimes somewhere in this text, they will tell you like salary and benefits, and then like apply. So click on the apply button, and this is where they will tell you that these are the codes, and then they will have these are like the minimum score cutoff, or etc., if they have. So and then here they're like candidate criteria. See here now they will tell you step 1 score must be more than 200. Step 2 score must be more than 220. See, and international graduation have this, etc., etc., etc. These. So these are the program websites that you need to check. So for the program websites that you applied, I recommend you bookmark those programs. You make a bookmark folder, and you can bookmark from here. So you make a bookmark folder just for the residency programs and bookmark everything, so that when you are making a list somewhere, like later on, that you want to go visit that program website again, then you will be able to find us on bookmark. You will not be Googling. Okay, so this is the program from the program website. So Doximity. Okay, so Doximity is a little bit tricky. So if you go into Doximity and you log in and you try to search a program, you will not find that. But if the way that I like to do is I Google straight internet residency program. So that takes you directly into the Doximity page of that program. So here, see, and then here obviously it will tell you to like sign in, etc., etc. So I have please make a doximity free account. I do have one, so I'm going to sign in. And now you can see that there are like 23 total spots and 80% board passing rate. And then where these are the places where they rotate, and then these, etc., etc. Okay, and then this is not a good program, but for a lot of programs, it tells you like which are the top leading medical schools, and then where do these graduates usually go to, etc. So I'll try another program for you to see once, because I know my program best. So internal medicine residency, and then you add doximity at the end. Residency doximity. So here you will see that they have like 49 spots, and you will spend your time in the Lewis Wise, and then see 80% of the alumni got fellowships, and which fellowships they usually go to. So here you will know that this program is strong in pulmonary critical care training. So most of their residents go into the pulmonary critical, not most, like people don't usually get fellowships from this program, but if they do, most of them get into the pulmonary critical care. So if you're interested in pulmonary critical care, then you would like give priority to this program. And they also here, they have like the program coordinator and program director, but this is usually outdated. So please go with the My ERAS and FRIDA information. FRIDA information and My ERAS is like most updated. And still FRIDA is a little bit late sometimes. Okay. So these are the two steps. And anything else that you guys want me to show and demonstrate in searching programs? Wait, let me read the question.
So should we open up for questions now? Yeah.
No. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anything.
So one question was, is FRIDA outdated, in terms of the telling score requirements?
FRIDA is a very complicated system, so the programs do not update all at the same time. They update as they go. So if you check on FRIDA, you'll see that some of the programs were last update was like 2017, but some of the programs have not gotten around to update themselves yet. So some of the programs have already updated their FRIDA information, but some of the programs do not update their FRIDA until like September 10 or September 14. So we get what we get, and that's how it is. So the program website is always the most update for score requirement and et cetera. So the best way to do is call the program or email the program. So if you call and email that program, they will tell you like the most updated information. So yeah, that's for the cutoff and score requirements and et cetera.
The other question is, do we have to apply for preliminary programs separately?
In the ERAS,
yes.
Inside the ERAS, if you apply to a categorical program, you do not need to pay extra to apply for a preliminary program of that program, okay? So literally, if you are applying all the categoricals, then all the preliminary for these programs are for free, but please do keep in mind that you have to click on the preliminary option to apply. Like when you click choose a program in the ANC, you will see that either you want to apply to the categorical track, or either you want to apply the preliminary track, or either you want to apply the primary care track. So you have to choose and click to apply them separately. But if you are into internal medicine, you do not need to apply the preliminary. Preliminary internal medicine is for people who want neurology or radiology or dermatology, etc. Okay?
The other question, I think you already answered it. What is the minimum IMG % we have to see when we apply? Is there any particular percent? I think you already said your preference was 50% or more, but everyone is different.
It's really with it's really with how confident you are with your credentials, okay? So like if you are like year graduation 1 or year graduation 2 or your scores are like 240 plus, 250 plus, I say go for it and like apply for a program that are as low as IMG 10%, 20%. And 10%, 20%, and you will still get interview, but your credentials are year graduation 3 or 4, or your scores are like average like 220, 230, then I would say 30, 40% on IMG percentage is a good percentage. Like, let's think about it. Let's not think about percentage, but let's think about in like realistic view, okay? So 30% of IMG means if they have 10 IMG, then if they have 10 residents, then only 3 will be the IMG. So if a program has if it is like 10%, it means that if the program has a 10 resident, only 1 will be the IMG. So let's think about it. If a program takes 9 resident out of American graduate, then why would it take 1 international Medicare graduate? Unless that person is extremely outstanding or like they have really strong contact or something like that. Make sense? So
Yep.
it's really your personal choice. Like I have 250, my year graduation was 4, but I have a master's degree, so I cut myself, and I make myself a cut line that I apply to program that has IMG more than 20%. Less than 20%, I think, in my own opinion, if a program takes only 2 IMG out of 10, then I will not be one of the 2 IMG, because if I do not have contact, and even though I have the scores, my year graduation was a little bit old. So that's my opinion. But for you, it really depends on how your budget is, how your credentials are, and how much you want to shoot for the stars.
So here's another important question, I think. Can you explain the pre-match program and how we access those to apply? Pre-match programs.
Okay. Pre-match programs. Yeah, okay. So first, how do you identify the pre-match programs? So while we are here, let me just show you the AMC list. So ERAS 2018 participating program, because I search for it so frequently, so my Google is already knowing them. So am I still sharing the screen? Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yes, you are, yes.
Okay. So here, I just click on the ERAS 2018 participating programs. You guys saw that, right? So now it shows me all the fellowships and all the residency, okay? So please don't bother about the DO residency, because this is not your cup of tea, please. Okay, so now we have IM residencies. So let's go to the internal medicine only. And here, something interesting for you guys. There's like a 9 internal medicine with other stuff. This is more like for the for American graduates, but if you're interested, you can kind of give it a shot. And sometimes people do get interviews from these. So I have a friend who gets an interview from IMP program. So like if this is what you want, then you might want to give it a shot.
Yep.
So,
all right.
Wait.
Looking at other questions.
No. So here, please look here. So these are all the programs, right? So here, this says NP. So the programs that say NP usually do not participate in match. Wait. But these 3 programs do participate in match. I think it's because they haven't registered for NRMP for this year. That's why it is like NP for now. Right? It will change into P later on. But these NP, it usually means that they do not participate in match. So these are pre-match programs. Okay. So if you look into their program website, they will tell you that they do not participate in NRMP. So that is a pre-match program. Okay. So that's how you identify them. There is no pre-existing list of pre-match programs. I'm so sorry, but that's how it is, and this is usually word of mouth. And how does pre-match work is that you go into, they participate in ERAS, so you apply to them through ERAS. And then they will give you interview. They will invite you for interview through ERAS, just like any regular program would. Then you will go to the interview just like you would to any other program. But inside that interview, it will be a formal job interview. It's like a take it or leave it interview. Like they will try to assess you from every corner. Usually it's a regular interview. Sometimes the questions that they ask are really different. But at the end of the interview, it really comes down to, are you going to take me or not? And the program will come down to, if we give you the pre-match offer, are you going to accept it or not? So it is always good to ask them, to tell them that I'm here to take the pre-match offer, so please give me one. You need to say that out, and you need to make sure that you communicate that very clearly, okay? Because sometimes program like you, but you have really good credentials, and program wasn't really sure that you would take it if they offer it to you or not. Then it gets miscommunicated, and then you come back home and you are waiting, and the program wants to offer you, and it never happened, and you have to go into the match. So if you go into the pre-match, then you have to ask for a pre-match offer, remember that. And then you go back home, and then usually after within a week, they give you a pre-match offer. Sometimes they give you right at the end of the interview day that we're offering you or not. And then it could take like, a long time, like for 4 or 5 months. For me, my pre-match offer took me 4 months to come to me. So it really depends on the program. So when you go to the pre-match interview, first thing that you have to say that I'm here to take the pre-match offer, so please give me one, I'll take it. So that's one. That's one thing you have to say. And secondly, you have to ask is that if I am selected for a pre-match, then when can I expect the pre-match offer? So that thing, every program is different. So they will tell you that we will give it to you within a week, or we will give it to you all the way to the end of the season. I have a wife told me that we will give it to you anytime during the season, and I have many co-interns who got it like 1 day before the rank or the list deadline. So that has happened. Okay. So yes, this is how pre-match work. Yep. And
all right.
The next question?
Yeah, I'm just seeing if there are any other questions related to the process. And I think you've covered most of the process-related questions. And then there is a question, how can we find programs for USCE? So, is there any website that they can just see where to apply for USCE?
I believe on Facebook, Dishan gives a list of the available USCE programs. Like there are like 80, 90 programs. So you might want to check that list out. If you are part of the open USMLE study group, then I would send the list right now, like after this webinar has added to both the closed group and open group, so that you guys can have a look.
Yeah, so we can post that list on the open group.
Right.
Okay,
I will post that, and we're moving on with the next questions.
So what does the ERAS application comprise? CV scores, it does not have scores, I think, the application. Personal statement, yes, and yeah, the CV consists of the experience, volunteers.
As soon as you buy your ERAS token and put it into the My ERAS system, you will see the necessary things there. So there is CV, ERAS, photo, CV, personal statement, photo, USMLE transcript, and then medical school transcript, MSPE, and then, there are tons of stuff that you need to do. So just log onto the Buy ERAS token, validate your token into the AFC system, and you will see all the information, all the necessary components there. And what's the next question?
I'm sorting through the questions. I think I'm looking for more process questions. How to know the year of graduation? I mean, you should know your year of graduation.
Year of graduation?
Yeah, the question is how to know the year of graduation. Yes, I think they want to know whether the degree or the, yeah, so that's a very common question. Yeah.
We usually have 3 days in our hands: the day that we finish our last medical exam, and the day that we finish our internship, and the day that we actually receive the degree. And we always get confused within these 3 days, okay? So the year of graduation is the date that is written on your medical diploma that this medical degree is awarded to Dr. Who and Who on the date of which and which. That's your year. That's the year and date of graduation. If you have any confusion, you should call ECFMG and ask, because ECFMG, remember, ECFMG verify your credentials, and that they have put a certain date as your year and date of graduation in your system. And you are putting, if you are putting a different date as your graduation, then the whole thing is going to spiral down and it will come back down to you. So my understanding is that date, and this is the date that I have put into my ERAS system as my graduation year, and I never have any problem. But if you have, some people, I understand some people have like all the 3 days listed down in their diploma that this person finished the medical exam in which day, they finished internship in which day, the degree was awarded in which day. Then you should call ECFNG and ask which day was validated as my year graduation, which day I should put in my ERAS. Right.
Very good.
So, yep. Ramu, I think your graduation is very young, like 1 or 2, right? So if your scores are more low 220s, you can still go for like above 30%. Doesn't have to be more than 50%. Please do keep in mind, because I kind of have talked to him previously, so I kind of know his profile. And any questions that I missed?
I think the only question is, if I get my last result, I guess one of the exam results on September 13th, I apply without having to wait for certificate, will it be updated automatically?
Right.
Does the ECFMG certification get automatically updated?
ECFMG certificate, there is a process. I don't exactly remember. You have to retransmit your USMLE transcript or something. It's only like a click on the system, or you can call the ANC or like email the ANC to do that. But what I suggest is that after applications, people are emailing the program themselves for like, anything, and then emailing the program is good because it brings your file to their attention. So if it is something as big as ECFMG certificate update, then I would email the program to tell them that I just got ECFMG certificate and it was updated. But in terms of the ERAS system, you can call the ERAS to ask how to transmit that. I think you have to resend the USMLE transfer. You don't need to pay extra money, but you have to resend the USMLE transcript to get it updated with your ECFMG certificate.
Yeah. Very good. And I think we are coming to an end then, so probably we'll take other questions in maybe open group or somewhere else, because it's already 50 minutes, so I don't know what your time looks like.
Wait. So here is some questions that I missed. Let me just go over them. So you're Sandra, you are applying for everywhere. Yeah, it doesn't look good, but if that's what you need to do, then you need to do. Orange, you want to see ERAS CV template, you have an idea about it, you can ask from your seniors, but ERAS seniors usually really like fill in a blank game, like you fill in a blank, there's nothing that you can be very, there's nothing much that you can, change, so it's just fill in the blank. And you can ask your seniors, you can Google, yes. And then what is the next question? Okay, we have like 7 minutes left, so people, will there be a webinar personal statement? Paul, do we have a personal
we
statement
posted,
webinar?
we posted one earlier. We'll probably do one later on. One is already on YouTube. Yeah, one is on YouTube.
Okay. Oh my God, I am talking about something that you guys are asking about every day.
Yeah, that's why I want to keep it to the process specific questions because, otherwise this can go on to a lot of different directions.
Right,
so,
okay. And let me just answer the last question. How many programs does a person need to apply? Okay, so usually an average IMG applies between 110 to 120. If you want no stones and turn, then you can apply between 150 to 200. I apply 186 programs personally, internal medicine only, and there are also people who apply 50, 60, but this is extremely risky. So I would say minimum of 100 to 110 is advisable. If you want to go more, you can apply up to 200, but more than 200 is really expensive. And you shouldn't do it unless you have failed a step, or your year graduations are more than 10 years old, or your scores are extremely crappy, and you literally have an empty CV, and you have like a super rich parents or like super rich spouse that doesn't care for money. I know some people do. So, right, and that's it. The next questions are not really relevant, so we will answer that in the open group. Right.
Yeah,
so I'll give it back
guys,
to Pawan. Yep.
Yeah, let's get the rest of the questions in the open group, and you know how to reach us. So thank you very much, Zen. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, obviously, as Zen said, we do run open group, and I will also give you our website and other details again, just in case. I'm not going to go through our services in detail. There are enough on our website, and on, we have some videos, so you can look over those. And here are other contact details. We do have an open group on WhatsApp. Follow our YouTube channel, and all the best. And thank you very much. Hopefully this was helpful to you all. Thank you, Zen. I appreciate your time at night. It's 10 p.m. for you, so I think.
That's fine.
All right. Thank you. Good night, everyone.